How does it feel to be here, first off?
Yeah, it's good. Certainly different over here. The weather's a lot nicer, so now I'm enjoying that especially.
You don't miss the rain?
Definitely not. Definitely.
When you first came over here for the Miami game, what were you looking for? Did you know that this was something you wanted to sign at, or was this kind of a just get away from England summer type trip?
No, obviously I've got a good relationship with the manager, Dean Smith. He invited me over here to come and have a look at it, really. Obviously I had a few options back in the UK, but I've been there my whole career and I fancied something different, something exciting. Yeah, thankfully it's worked out perfect in the end, really.
What did you notice on that visit that drew you here?
Where do I start? It's completely different to the UK. It's just a different way of living, really. The weather especially. The football is slightly different. The stadium's amazing. And I just needed to come over and see it, really, and paint a picture in my head of what it would be like if I did end up signing here. And I'm really enjoying it so far.
A lot of people have drawn comparisons to EFL Championship, League One, so MLS. Do you feel like those comparisons are apt? And you said it was a slightly different experience for you.
It's different. I don't think there's no different in standard. It's just a different type of football. Maybe the weather's quite obviously going to make a big difference when it's 30 odd degrees. The game isn't going to be as quicker, and obviously the atmospheres are slightly different. But I'm pleasantly surprised. And, there's a lot of quality in the team, especially and the atmosphere of the game. I've been to 2 games now. Obviously, went to the other day. The atmosphere's it's really good. Yeah.
When you sought counsel, did you seek counsel from Ashley Westwood? Who are the people who maybe you sought counsel from to try and ask about this move?
I've got a couple of mates that play in the MLS. Derek Williams actually plays for Atlanta. I had a conversation with him and a few other people that have been out here in the past, and they said you should go for it 100%. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm good.
In terms of the profile that you bring, what has Dean told you that he wants out of you to try and add to this team that's not here?
Well, we don't need that conversation. Dean knows exactly how I play. Obviously, I had him before as a former coach when I was younger. There's no manager out there that knows me any more than him personally and exactly what I can do on the pitch. So it's just about bringing what I've done my whole career, really, and try and come here and make a difference, score, assist, and obviously try and get towards the end of the season and have some success.
I don't know if this was a quote attributed to you or something that somebody else said, but the word father figure was brought up in terms of the way that you two have a relationship. Yeah. How much is that true, and what part of that kind of draws you back to Dean?
Well, yeah, he was my youth team manager when I was a youngster as an apprentice. Don't know if it's different. It's slightly different over here, but you have like a 2-year apprenticeship and then you try and earn your professional contracts like 16 to 18 when you leave school. He was my youth team manager. He came in after I'd had an injury, and my first season under him in the youth team I did really well. I think I scored quite a lot of goals, but it was more what he was like off the pitch as a man, really. And he was a father figure. I'd moved away from home. He looks after me, and I'd say he's probably the number one reason why I probably did make it as a professional. And I was forever grateful for that. And I've been linked to his teams back in the UK. I've nearly signed for him a few times, but it didn't quite work out. But now I'm glad to be here now, and he's a good man, as I'm sure you're aware.
What made this time the right time?
There's no time's the right time. I just think in my head I wanted something different, and then after having a conversation with Dean, everything just made sense. And I'm glad to be here now and really looking forward to it.
What do you remember from working with Dean on both a personal level and a professional level that made you want to do it again?
He's just an honest man. He'll tell you exactly how it is. He'll tell you if you've played well, if you've not. He'll talk to you as a human being and not as a work colleague. And sometimes that connection's is quite strong, and he gets the best out of people for that reason.
Did you already know anything about Charlotte with the MLS?
Oh, I knew obviously about the MLS. It's a long way away. and the time zone's a lot different, so you don't get to see the games. But you've seen little clips on the internet and stuff like that, and obviously all the stuff with Messi and all that makes the league even bigger. But yeah, everyone's aware of the league and knows the standard. It's just not that easy to make that move, as it's a distance away from the UK, and when you're playing in the UK, it's obviously a massive league as well. So when an opportunity come up with somebody that I know like Dean Smith, it made a lot of sense.
Do you think the perception of people in the UK or European countries have been changing about the MLS in the past few years?
100%. Obviously, the more English players that come over here, so if you're talking about the UK only, you see your friends sign over here. There's obviously West is here, Nathan Byrne. You see it on the internet and stuff like that. And the more exposure it gets, the bigger it's just gonna get. And from what I've been told, soccer is getting a lot bigger over here, and especially with the Charlotte team here now as well. It's I'm hearing good things about the fan base is growing.
Right, thank you.
We'll move to the exclusive.